Our custom, and when we say Alenu, there's a prayer which is said. By the way, this prayer was also forbidden many times in Europe by the Ashkenazic Jews, by the Jews, by the non-Jews. The Ashkenazic Jews, the Jews that lived like in Germany, France, and this, they had a lot of trouble from the non-Jews. the Jews that lived in the Arabic states, today they're called Sephardic Jews, they also had trouble, but nothing like the trouble that the Jews had in the. Okay. In any case, our custom, there's a prayer which is called Alenu. It's at the end of the siddur. In the Ashkenazic siddurs, I think it's not at the very end. I think it's like next to the end. In any case, there's a prayer called Alenu. And this prayer is very offensive to the church. And it says over there that they bow down to vanity and nothingness. It says, Yehem mishtachavim lahevel ularik. Hevel means like empty wind, and rik means like nothing. Now, the word rik is very similar to the word rok, which means spit. So there's different versions of this prayer. And the version that Chabad has is a little bit different than a lot of the others. In any case, some say they bow down to Hevel Larik, V'mitpalim, to the Alilim, or something like that, and they pray to others. We don't say that. We just say they bow down to vanity and nothingness, and we don't say any more about that. Let's see, what does it say? Yeah. This wording is also in the Alenu prayer of Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. In the prayers of Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, in the middle of the silent prayer, we also say Alenu. And then we spit. We spit a little bit, and this comes from, there's a Taz that says that you should do this. Anyway, the reason is that the speech, it stimulates saliva, and we don't want to even have any benefit from this saliva. This comes from this. In one way, the church, especially the Catholic Church, but the church in general, is the big enemy of Judaism. And the reason is very simply, they think that they have the proper interpretation of the Bible, and that the Jewish people are trying to hide the truth from everybody, which in fact they don't have the improper interpretation of anything, and they made the whole business up. And the Jewish people are trying to save the world from them. But what can we do? Meanwhile, at least we don't in any way associate or join or give in to whatever. The people themselves could be nice people. We're not talking about the people. The people are not evil people. They're not going to, whatever it is, the punishment. I don't know. God takes care of the punishments and the rewards. It's totally not our business. But big rewards from that religion, nobody's going to get. Nobody's going to get. Even though they did bring a certain sense of morality to the world, like it says in America, they go according to what's called the Judeo-Christian heritage. How did Judeo get into that business? So if you look at what the religion is in the Gospels, there's no commandments. There's no commandments whatsoever. There's only one commandment, to believe in this guy, and one sin, not to believe in, to deny him. So where do you get this thing of not killing and not stealing and the whole thing that society is based on? From Judaism. So that's why it's the Judeo-Christianity. But they schlepped along Judaism along with the religion, because if not, they've got nothing to keep them together. So all of the laws which are then against abortion, against homosexuality, that all comes from Judaism. That doesn't say that. So they pulled this along to give the world a certain sense of morality, right? So they did put the Torah into certain people, and they also gave people that there is this idea of Mashiach, even though that they totally misinterpreted the idea. But nevertheless, we do not want to get any pleasure whatsoever from them, and therefore we say they bow down to Hevel Larik, and we spit. Have a good day with Mashiach now, 3:00, God willing. We'll continue the Sikha, the beautiful Sikha that we started learning in Aleph, and I will put up, like I did yesterday, the Chumash class from last year with commentaries for your perusal. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Have a good day with Mashiach now.